You can earn 6 figures a year and still be one paycheck away from total financial destruction if you buy things to project an image of wealth you have not built. This is the story of Kenji, a 31-year-old high-end watch technician who managed millions of dollars in luxury goods while drowning in $70,000 of consumer debt. One freezing winter evening, after his credit cards were seized at a high society auction, an elderly master watchmaker introduced him to the secret aesthetic of Shibui, the art of subtle, unpretentious value. 12 months later, he paid off every debt and built an independent micro-horology studio. Kenji stood under the bright halogen lights of a high-end luxury boutique in the heart of the city's financial district, carefully setting a $40,000 Swiss chronograph onto a velvet display tray. At 31, Kenji possessed an extraordinary, delicate gift for micro-mechanical engineering. He could diagnose a misaligned escapement gear or a damaged balance spring by ear alone, his fingers steady enough to align components smaller than a grain of sand. His deepest, most meaningful dream was to open Craft & Chrono, an independent restoration workshop and bespoke watch studio dedicated to building durable, heirloom-grade mechanical watches designed to last generations without artificial luxury markups. Yet despite his brilliant craft and deep passion, Kenji lived in a state of permanent, suffocating financial agony. He was drowning in debt while pretending to belong to the ultra-wealthy world he served. Every single month felt like a slow-motion catastrophe. Between his overpriced downtown apartment lease, high-end tailor-made suits he bought to impress affluent store clients, expensive dining tabs, and 4 maxed-out credit cards with compounding interest, Kenji's income vanished the moment it was deposited. He falsely believed that projecting an image of luxury was necessary for his career, telling himself that if he looked like a millionaire, high-net-worth clients would trust his craftsmanship more. In reality, he was living in complete financial delusion. He financed luxury cars on long leases, purchased high-end leather accessories on installment plans, and swiped credit cards for flash entertainment. He was using debt to buy things he could not afford to project a life he had not earned. The emotional toll of this performative existence slowly eroded his self-respect and peace of mind. His younger sister, who worked hard as an elementary school teacher, asked him for a small short-term loan to fix her broken plumbing, but Kenji had to lie and make up excuses because his accounts were completely overdrawn. The absolute crisis struck on a freezing Thursday night at a private luxury timepiece auction, where Kenji was assigned to perform live mechanical verifications. Desperate to maintain appearances among wealthy collectors, he attempted to bid on a vintage chronograph strap using his last available credit line. The payment terminal flashed bright red with an error code: transaction declined, card frozen for over-limit status. The auction manager took the card away right in front of 3 high-profile clients, asking Kenji to step out of the venue immediately. Kenji walked out into the freezing street, sat on a cold stone step, and stared at his trembling hands in absolute, humiliating shame. Desperate, broken, and pushed to the absolute brink, Kenji traveled to the outskirts of the mountain valley to seek out Master Hiroshi. Hiroshi was a 74-year-old master watchmaker who operated a small, world-renowned restoration lab in a modest wooden building near a mountain river. Despite living quietly on a simple income and wearing basic indigo-dyed work garments, Hiroshi was quietly wealthy, completely self-funded, and held in awe by horological experts worldwide for his unshakable integrity and financial sovereignty. Kenji sat on a simple wooden bench in Hiroshi's workshop, tears spilling down his face as he confessed his $70,000 of debt, his public humiliation, his sister's rejected request, and his deep terror that he was a complete fraud destined for bankruptcy. Master Hiroshi listened in total silence while carefully cleaning a brass gear train under a magnifying loupe. He set his tools down, picked up a simple, unadorned steel wristwatch with a matte dial and a dark leather strap, and laid it gently in Kenji's palm. "You are suffering, Kenji, because you are trapped in fake value," Hiroshi said softly, his voice calm and unhurried. "You buy things you cannot afford because you seek the loud applause of strangers, but loud luxury is a trap for the insecure. True power lies in Shibui, the Japanese philosophy of subtle, understated perfection. It is beauty without flash, quality without noise, and wealth without debt. Hiroshi opened an old leather journal filled with neat handwritten columns. The principle of Shibui in finance means you never buy anything to impress others, and you never buy what you have not earned with cash. If an object requires debt to own, it does not belong to you, it owns you. A man who lives simply and controls his desires is richer than a king who owes millions on his crown. Hiroshi pushed the journal and a basic hand tool set toward Kenji. Starting tonight, you will dismantle your artificial life. You will sell every luxury item you bought on credit. You will cancel your high-end leases, move into a modest space, eat simple meals, and record every single coin in this journal. You will buy only what you can pay for immediately in cash. You will trade loud flash for quiet mastery. The next morning, Kenji began the protocol, but the internal resistance was a brutal, painful wall of ego friction. Returning his leased luxury car, selling his designer suits at consignment shops, and moving into a small, plain studio apartment felt like a public admission of failure. Walking into his workplace wearing basic, clean work clothes instead of tailored suits made him feel naked and exposed. His brain screamed at him to swipe a credit card just to buy one expensive dinner or luxury item to soothe his bruised pride. Yet, Kenji remembered the humiliation at the auction and held the line with unyielding discipline. Every single night, under a small desk lamp in his plain studio, he opened Hiroshi's ledger and recorded every cent of income and expenditure. He allocated 80% of his freed-up cash directly toward his highest interest debts. He felt a quiet, surprising sense of relief as the chaotic storm of unpaid bills began to settle into clear, manageable numbers. Small, undeniable signs of progress began to appear within 50 days. By eliminating luxury leases, high-end dining, and flash clothing purchases, Kenji reclaimed over $1,500 a month from his salary. That money was funneled directly into his debt mountain, clearing 2 credit cards completely. When his sister's car battery died a month later, Kenji quietly handed her the cash from his emergency reserve without batting an eye. The joy of being genuinely reliable far outweighed the empty high of wearing a designer watch he didn't own. His chronic insomnia vanished, replaced by deep, peaceful rest. A severe setback tested his resolve during his 5th month. The luxury boutique where he worked was acquired by an international conglomerate, and the new management cut staff commissions by 30%. In the past, a sudden pay cut would have thrown Kenji into total panic and driven him to take out high-interest loans. But because he had stripped away his fake lifestyle through Shibui and reduced his baseline expenses to almost nothing, Kenji remained completely calm. He owed no money for superficial image props. His living costs were so low that he absorbed the pay cut without taking on a single cent of new debt. This newly gained peace of mind freed up immense creative focus. During his free evenings, instead of worrying about money or scrolling through luxury lifestyle catalogs, Kenji sat at his workbench in his small apartment, designing a custom mechanical movement using durable, understated materials based on the Shibui aesthetic: matte steel, clean line architecture, and flawless inner gear tolerances without unnecessary gold plating or artificial gems. A major breakthrough occurred when a renowned independent watch critic visited Master Hiroshi's workshop and noticed Kenji's prototype sitting on the bench. Impressed by the incredible mechanical precision, subtle design, and accessible pricing of the timepiece, the critic wrote a detailed feature article highlighting Kenji's work as a triumph of honest, understated engineering. The response was immediate and life-changing. Within 2 weeks, Kenji received 25 pre-orders for his custom timepieces, generating enough cash flow to clear the remaining balance of his debt entirely. Over the next 12 months, Kenji maintained his strict Shibui financial discipline. He lived simply, reinvested his profits directly into his workshop equipment, and paid cash for every tool and component he purchased. Within 18 months of his public humiliation at the auction, he was officially debt-free, with $30,000 in liquid cash reserves. Within 3 years, Kenji launched Craft & Chrono from a beautiful, restored stone workshop. His studio employed 3 young watchmaking apprentices, producing limited runs of heirloom-grade timepieces sought after by serious collectors around the globe. He drove a simple, reliable vehicle, wore modest garments, and lived with absolute quiet elegance, holding total financial freedom and unshakable peace of mind. He realized that his fall from grace had happened for a necessary, powerful reason, to shatter his empty vanity and teach him that true wealth is never shown off. It is quietly lived. My friend, this story is not really about watches, suits, or luxury auctions. It is a profound lesson about what happens when you stop drowning yourself in debt just to impress a world that doesn't care about you. Real financial security is quiet, disciplined, and unpretentious. Stop trading your peace of mind for temporary status symbols you cannot afford. Have the courage to live simply, respect your hard-earned money, and build true value from the inside out. Master the art of quiet strength, and your life will transform. Begin today.